Work, work.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
And love and happiness is well worth fighting for. Hello there! Ashes of memory still aglow, portraits and pictures I once saw. Anyway, with me is Brian.
Hello.
Now, you may have noticed that the amount of presenters has slightly dropped a little bit since last week.
Life happens.
Brian, can you give me a lemon? Can you guide Alistair in? That sounded wrong.
Wow.
That just... Oh, very dear.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little awkward.
I meant on Discord.
On
Guide him
Discord,
into the chat room on Discord.
just by telling them to hit the join.
I don't know. I don't know. This is why I have people to do these things for me. It's otherwise all our chat is going to be broadcast to the world. You see, which not worried about that. Can I just say hello to our YouTube viewers? Say hello to the YouTube viewers, dear.
Hello, YouTube viewers. How are you?
Because last week's show, the reunion show, which came completely out of the blue. I know we've been discussing it, but wasn't expecting it to be the very following Sunday. But it's had 80 views. 80. Ah!
Hello.
Hello, dear. It did work. You're right. That's
Hello.
amazing. Hello, Alistair.
Hello.
We're out and about live at the moment, just so you know.
What? Actually going out now, you mean?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, right. Hello.
We start at 9. Stay in afterwards, boy. Tardiness.
Jolly good.
Tardiness. I don't know.
So it's only... so it's only us three tonight.
It is. Better explain. Dominic. Dominic's got things to do. Dominic is young. We may have pointed this out before, if I'm honest with you.
Dominic is a busy lad.
He's a very busy lad, so we're lucky to get him when we get him, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Very lucky we got
He's
him last
in
week.
demand often.
And Eddie, well, Eddie and
Eddie's
his
in the
family...
time-
Eddie's in the space-time continuum, and this is his sofa. I'm trying to think of the best way of putting this. They had a little bit of bad news this week up there in that Scotland. And so
okay.
Eddie and Ange, his wife, they're just spending tonight together, you know, to... trying to think of the best word.
Take it easy. Recoup. Regroup.
That is what it is. But it's also morning. Now, Alistair and I aren't technically allowed to be doing this show.
Yes,
Geneva
trading
Convention?
on-
No. Apparently, Britain is in mourning for a whole week. Hello, Bardtail Delight. I like that name. I do like that name. Bardtail
I
Delight.
should look up the Twitch thing. Can you send me the Twitch link so I can actually see how it's looking? So I can respond.
My plucky girl assistant will do this.
Because all I can see
Might be an idea
is-
to bookmark it if you're going to become regular.
Yes, I suppose. Yes.
The link is in chat.
Da, da, da.
What? Daily Motion video, blah, 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 blah. That thing.
No, that's
No.
Cratermass, I think.
It's at the bottom.
Oh, right. Okay. I won't look at that then.
Hello,
Oh, hang on.
Radox. He's green tonight as well. I'm glad you managed to get in here tonight. I wonder what all the trouble was. You've been having a lot of trouble over the past 2 or 3 weeks getting to watch the stream. You've had to catch up on YouTube. Anyway, as I was saying, last week's show got 80 viewers so far, which is almost 4 times as many as we normally get.
Well, we normally get between 20 and 30.
Gotcha. Right.
I've noticed.
Sorry,
Okay.
We normally get between 20 and 30 on YouTube.
that's very true.
So getting 80, yeah.
Giddy heights, quite
4
frankly.
times.
Giddy heights.
Yes.
It's the question is next when we put this one up on YouTube. How many will it get within a week? It'll be back down to 20 some odd. If we're lucky.
Right.
If we're lucky.
It's my influence. That's what it is.
Ah, right, okay. That could be
Lord
interesting.
Sidious, how is everyone tonight? Well, we're fine.
Lord Sidious is
Bit of
Brian.
That's me.
buffering.
That's me, Alistair.
It's,
Asking
Oh,
in the
that's
chat.
you.
it's Brian.
All right. Yes.
Stimulating conversation.
Oh, that's nice. That
Oh,
means
okay.
they won't
Yeah.
concentrate on a word we're saying, which frankly is probably very wise.
So you'll need to
It's
Oh,
probably for the
backtrack
best. That
to stimulate conversation.
Yeah. So we're in morning.
Yes.
Oh, it's Bard. Okay, I know.
Yeah, because it's Bard. Didn't realise.
It didn't
What kind of
connect
delight.
right until this very second.
Ah, righty-ho. No, not at the moment, love. I've been playing computer games for a good few months because I ain't been too good. But I'm trying to flick the switch in my brain to get me back doing it, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. I don't know. But yes.
You need something to grab you by the throat and say, you need to play this.
Yes. Yes, frankly. Yes.
I know the feeling well. I'm waiting for Diablo 2 Resurrected for that.
I wonder how much Blizzard will charge for it.
Arm, leg, soul. You know, firstborn.
The usual.
The usual.
Yep. I remember playing Diablo 2 with Adam. We always had the cheats running, which was great because I was a sorcerer, so I was running around with a hurricane around me, just knocking everybody flying. Electricity storms and... yes, we just wanted to see further on, and we were pretty crap, so we didn't...
I believe they did the pre-alpha run of Diablo 2 Resurrected this weekend. Only 3 classes available, but...
Ah, interesting. The, funny saying that, Elite has gone into alpha for Odyssey, Elite Odyssey, which is where you can get out, walk around and shoot things.
Nice.
Plus it all interacts, because they've had 2 expansions. They've had Elite Dangerous, and then they had Odyssey. The first expansion allowed you to land on planets and explore in a buggy. This expansion allows you to get out of the buggy and walk around and shoot things and change your armor and everything else like that. But it also enables all 3 to work together. So if you've got a team, some of you can be on foot, some of you can be in buggies, and you can have a ship flying overhead strafing. It's...
Nice.
If I had friends, I'd play it with them. Quite frankly.
I had more of a life
Is
into
this-
the game on non-weekend days.
Right, okay. That was good. You both spoke at the same time. As a result, you made more sense than normal, to be fair.
We cancelled each other out
Yes.
and reversed the polarity of the neutron flow.
The backblast backlash
I
bounced
was
back
going
and
to
destroyed
ask,
everything. Complete chaos. That's all I'm going to
Elite
say.
Dangerous. Although I got a copy of.
Yes, so I saw Bard. So I saw he has. Hello, sweetie gamer. He has. Yeah, I think he went back to City Heroes for a little bit and then vanished. Nice kid. I'm going to be honest with you. Nice kid. Got a good heart to him. Difficult to get past the public persona, if that's what it is. Anyway, right. Yes. So let's do the usual things then. Brian.
I know not who
Yes.
you speak of.
Oh, I'm Positive Gamer, YouTuber and Twitch streamer. Brian, how has your week been this week?
My week has been like herding cats.
I'm nodding sagely.
We're attempting to remove all the former Windows 7 computers from our network. I have to say it's immensely entertaining going up to doctors and terrorizing them because they get so scared when you
Windows 7?
Oh, I terrorize them.
I mean, I'm going to be blunt. I honestly think that the NHS runs on Windows XP. But at least that was a stable thing.
Yeah. Well, when you tell a doctor that you're trying to take away their toys, they get panicky.
Ooh.
It's incredibly amusing.
Watch out for the forceps.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's it. Oh, Bardtail's just come into chat. I like this. Our chat is actually working. This is cool. I had a chance to meet Positive Gamer. He's a cool guy. He drove like 20 miles and we met at a truck stop. Had lunch and hung out a bit. Oh, that's cool. See, the one thing we could never get him to do was to come in and hang out with us in the chat, in the voice chat. He kept saying, "Yep, I'll be there. Yep, I'll be there," and he never did, which was a great shame. Because that chat rocked when it was on fire.
Oh yeah.
Oh my word! I have been in tears of laughter. A lot of it due to Spanky. To be fair.
Pardon?
Yeah, it was a good chat, a very good chat. It's a shame. It just fell apart, basically.
Yeah.
And at the same time as the guild fell apart. Right, so, anyway, Alistair.
Hello.
How's your week been, love? Don't defocus
what
at me.
What have I been doing this week? I've had one of those weeks where I just... what have I done?
Lockdown. That's all I'm saying. Lockdown.
Yeah, we're sort of coming out of it soon, aren't we? Allegedly.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
I can go back over
now,
the road.
Lockdown get extended further because of Prince Philip's death?
Well, no, this is what I was trying to say
Yes,
earlier.
you can't have commoners getting too close.
This is what I was saying earlier. We should be in mourning. We shouldn't be doing this. Phil the Greek's dead,
I'm hanging my head.
It's a huge surprise with him being 99. But I will say one thing. I feel very sorry for her.
Events like this were for my partner and I a good time. My partner and me a good time to go on holiday because births, deaths, marriages, and the like. It's a good time to go on holiday. The roads are clear.
You make a fair point, except we're in lockdown.
Well, yes, this is why I said in the past,
But
when things were not like they are now. God, we sell it as it's not like it used to be. You could go on holiday, the motorway would be clear all the way down to Dover.
I remember when all this was just feels. No, the one thing I will say about all this, and I'm no Republican, but I'm also not a huge royalist. My own views are that the royal family should be sort of reduced in size quite drastically and put up in a luxury flat somewhere. And then all the public buildings return to public ownership and they're used properly. But I do feel very sorry for her. What's it? Partner of 70 some odd years?
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what you think of the monarchy or whatever, this old woman who's nearly 100 herself has just lost a partner of God, 3/4 of a century.
Not only that, but it's someone she could actually let her hair down with.
Yes, exactly.
And be human with instead of being the queen all the time.
Exactly. So I feel sorry for her in that respect. I do, which is why I haven't made any silly jokes about it, which is unlike me. But there we go. Right. News. The Lone Centurion is out from that there Big Finish place.
Woohoo!
I've listened to 1.5 of it. It does need Nick Briggs at the beginning turning around and going, the prologue, which Alistair will get, you probably won't. It is a bit like Up Pompeii, just slightly less risque. Poor old Rory. I don't know what we're going to be doing for Big Finish next week. Something might drop this week. If not, we'll be doing the Last Centurion. Yes. So there's that. Any other news? Any news at all? News?
I got nothing. Oh, new
Depressingly
Transformers
quiet.
announcement. That's about it.
What?
Hmm?
You,
Hasbro announced new Transformers, and that's about it for me.
oh, hang on a second. Bardtail said something. Who is supposed to take the crown when the Queen finally gives it up? Okay, we've got a line of succession. All right, the Queen is extremely unlikely to ever give it up because she's greedy, and it comes with privileges like extra pie. So what'll happen is she'll eat too much pie eventually and die, and that's when the crown goes to Prince Charles, and he becomes King something or other. He may not be King Charles, because in previous times, both our King Charleses haven't exactly done too well.
Well, there's also the thought that he might abdicate in favor
of
of
William. I
Prince
don't
William.
think that's likely. He's been waiting long enough to have the crown. I don't think he will.
I mean, he's been waiting to start his job how long so far?
Since he was born.
Yeah.
He's in his 70s now, isn't he? Something like that.
Good grief. Yeah.
I know. I feel old myself. But that's how it works. After Charles, it's William. And then after William, throw a bun and hit somebody.
One of
No,
the
hang on.
kids.
It's one of the kids. It's their eldest kid, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Bert. I'm assuming. Hey, hang on. I got...
Oh,
Oh!
don't go into
Oh,
the light.
she's regenerating again. Watch it.
Oh, no. The PayPal receipt hasn't come through yet, Brian.
Oh, I can feel the power of Google from here.
It reaches you. This is why you have that little Microsoft chip in
Directly
you.
into it.
You know, that's why I have the Microsoft chip in
Yeah,
you.
when you get the injection for the COVID, you get the
it's a
Microsoft
buffer.
chip.
It's a buffer.
You start getting Wi-Fi. I got 5G in my head right now. Oh, it's awesome. You'll all love it.
What?
Okay.
5 guys?
We're all bored here.
You got 5 guys in your head.
No, 5G.
5 guys.
No. The
They do
Wi-Fi thing.
lovely burgers.
Yes, they do. But they're expensive over here.
They're
We
expensive
don't have them
over
that
here.
much.
I'll tell you that now.
We don't have them that much.
Right about now, I'm going to sneeze. Ladies
You
and
saw it here
gentlemen, I
first.
just sneezed.
Yes, a silent sneeze. You had the muffler on.
Well, that's just it.
Very
I want
good.
appreciation for my quick, laser-sharp reactions to mute myself.
That was, yeah.
And then, you
yeah,
know, it was...
rude of me.
Yeah.
Lasted in surround there.
Oh, in America, Brian, you'll be able to confirm or deny this. The current thing is that once you get both vaccines, you instantly become a socialist.
I was a socialist beforehand.
So what's it going to
It
do
really
to you? Are you going to be a red under the bed commie?
Well, I was expecting superpowers.
Oh,
or
yes,
at least
you
some
were.
kind of werewolfism.
You were, yes.
I'm sadly disappointed. All I got was a fever. So
Hasn't helped
But
your
when you
looks.
get
I'm
both-
going to be honest with you.
no.
No.
I still need to be able to put on the tights and the cape and have the muscles and stuff. I am not here.
And there's tonight's mental nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for that. Cheers,
No
bro.
problem. Not a problem,
kind of you.
citizen.
Very, very kind, I must admit.
See, I tracked back to the whole City of Heroes thing.
Oh, that was very good.
Ooh,
Yeah,
mhm.
but for proper realism, Jez should have just walked past you and pushed you out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are really happy to be... Oh, yes, very much so. Oh, this could be good. Right. So I'm just glancing at 5 minutes into the future. Right. Shall we do some reviewing?
Yes, I'll watch.
What the hell?
Oh, it's not going to be quite as good as it normally is. But anyway, and now for the world's of BBC Television's Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who. For Bod's sake, Chibnall, get me to do the theme. That's all I'm saying. Right, now, so, anyway. Now, Alistair's done absolutely none of the homework, but he should be around Blake 7, to be fair. I'm not going to cut you loose on Blake 7, because you should know it. Zen.
Oh, demon. Yeah.
Alistair, kindly tell us what you thought of Redemption. That information is not available.
That's very good. When I die,
I wasn't even trying.
the mantle will pass to you.
Oh, thanks. I'll be a plastic box.
First in line.
Right, so I used to love doing that at school. Making the silly Aurak noises. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
there'd be a little group of us, each trying to do it better than the other. It's pathetic, really,
okay.
but, you know, kids are kids are kids are kids.
The Aurak activation squad.
Oh, that's good. There's a T-shirt there somewhere.
It's your turn, Des. Oh, I did it yesterday. I don't want to do it.
Dear.
I got pilloried yesterday.
Right, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, so...
Review.
Yeah, right, yeah, we're reviewing things, right. Now,
Oh, there are flat earthers all around the globe.
which is as they say on their website, to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're being tongue-in-cheek.
I'm not really into the flat earthers. I like the hollow earthers, but not the flat earthers.
So,
Hang on, isn't
yeah,
that
if you
tunnels
get
being
both
drilled from
back,
China?
I'm just reading back on the comments, says once you both get both vaccines, you instantly become a socialist. I like that. and if you abstain, it instantly increases your sense of entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. And the good thing
Yep.
about it is, once you get your second vaccine, you get your pair of woolly mittens, your anorak, and your chair to go and just sit somewhere like that.
Yeah.
It's good. Look at that.
Don't
I'm
forget
making
the,
political
tinfoil
commentary.
Oh, look at that. It's very good.
Thank
we
you.
were there.
Thank you very much. We've been trying to extend our view. We tried to do celebrity news at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did you cover? What did you talk about?
Yeah.
Did they die?
I don't know. I can't remember who it was we talked about. It was accidental.
Well,
We
they
suddenly
were
started
that
talking
famous.
about her.
Really up there.
Well, that's the thing. Celebrities aren't really celebrities nowadays. There's nobody ultra famous
No,
anymore.
you can't be a celebrity if you're locked in your own lounge.
I have cats.
Got to be on a stage somewhere performing.
That's all I'm saying. Ah, dear. Hey, fence news.
Oh, fence news.
Fence news.
Fence
This is
Fence
how we
news.
start the Doctor Who
Okay.
review. You
This is
may
how we
remember
roll.
that my wall got knocked down and my fence was all over the place. And then they wanted to steal more than half my garden away from me. However, I think we have a case of
Oh, yes.
left hand and right hand not communicating. Because I got me a phone
What was
call.
the upshot? What happened?
I shall tell you now.
Thank you.
That's all right. But what happened? Oh yeah, I got a phone call, and it was from another part of the landlords, and they're discussing basically fitting me up with a proper, decent, solid fence with a gate, lockable gate. No mention of taking any land away from me, so I didn't mention it either. I thought it'd be rude, presumptuous of
Lord.
me.
That was
You
an
know.
unexpected outcome.
Well, the thing is, the outcome. This is very much a see it. I'll believe it when I see it. It's a case of that I've still got a way to go yet.
And you're still in
okay.
lockdown, so construction could be whenever.
Well, that's just it. But the sooner the better. The sooner my garden is sealed off and I can let the dog back out, the happier I and she will be. Right. So anyway, a seventh Doctor Who possibly.
Mm-hmm.
And his plucky girl assistant, Melanie, known as Mel, they've decided, well, they land at a toll port. And Ken Dodd's there to greet them. Now, for those of you who don't know, let's give some context to Ken Dodd. This is a global show.
There you go.
You see? There we go.
Yeah.
Ken Dodd was is he dead? I can't remember.
No, I don't know.
Anyway, very famous comedian over here, stand-up comedian and old school.
Yes.
Very much the old school. He was a wonderful singer as well,
Very
to be
popular.
fair. Very popular,
With his
very
men,
funny.
his jam butties.
Yep, came from Liverpool, from Knotty Ash. And his shows were legendary.
That one.
Yeah, I used to love watching that. And his shows were legendary because you'd expect to get out of a show, just after 10 o'clock, 10:30? He'd go on till 1 in the morning. He'd just say, lock the doors! And he'd just keep going. And everybody would be dead with laughter. Amazing man. So to actually get him in Doctor Who was a big thing. But for other reasons that weren't really shone a light upon. Because he's actually he was a Shakespearean actor. He'd done Shakespeare. And that's why I actually really like his performance in this. Because once all the, congratulations, you've won, stuff is over, and Gavrock turns up, he becomes a lot more serious. And it's, yeah. And that's Mosh, in case you're wondering. Hi, Mosh. Okay, good. You've knocked my coat down onto the floor again, you gits. So, yeah. Thing is, how do we put this? Things happen at the toll port. A ship arrives, and a woman carrying a strange thing runs across to a bus, an old coach, a charabanc, almost. And except it's a time machine, because of course it is. And look, it's Delta and the Bannermen. All right. At some stage, the Doctor pees over a shelf. That's all you really need to know. This is a fun one. It's a fun summary one. You don't take it seriously. You don't start trying to pull it apart. Just sit back and enjoy it. For Christ's sakes, they got the Devil's Gallop bellowing out during one part of it, which is pure 1950s. That's the theme tune to, I was going to say Dick Turpin. That's wrong. Not Dick Tracy either. Oh, good God. Dick Barton, Special Agent. That's it, Dick Barton. There's an awful lot of dicks.
Yeah.
Awkward pause again, I think.
Did
Yes.
we actually count Class as a spin-off of Doctor Who?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Capaldi was in the first episode. The Weeping Angels turn up at some stage. Not going to say when, just in case people haven't watched it. I think I watched two episodes of it and gave up. But it wasn't made for me, you know? It was made for young adults. Right. So Delta and the Bannerman. It's almost Carry On Doctor. Almost. 4, actually, Brian. If you got K9 and
4?
Company.
Yeah, but that's the Australian one.
No, it's not. We watched K9 and Company, remember?
Oh, you mean that one?
Yes.
But
You wish we a
then
merry
wouldn't there be
Christmas.
5 then with the Australian K9?
The Australian
TV.
K9. Yeah, I know. I think I've seen the first one and
Oh,
gone.
that's really good. I saw it.
That was kind of bad.
Yeah.
They're still looking to make their film.
Yeah.
So okay, we're at 5. Sorry, Bard.
Franchise and do some crossover. Can you imagine the legal stuff that could have, that would have, the legal problems? Remember when they were making the TV movie, Bard? They had so many legal problems working out the rights, who gets what, who looks after what, who has how many producers turn up. And it would be very...
if we go the MCU way, I mean, we could even include Doctor Who in the Transformers movies.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
Technically. The link, of course, being Death's Head, which I'm praying I hope he turns up in Guardians of the Galaxy, the next film.
That would be hilarious.
That would be cool. Anyway, yes. So, Brian,
Yes.
Delta and the Bannerman. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
Hey, that's really useful.
It helps.
It does.
That's what I
a
hear.
huge coincidence. Go on then.
Actually, watching this stuff, I mean, who knew?
It's not recommended.
Don Henderson.
It's not something that normally happens around here.
No.
Uh,
As we are going to find out during this show.
You didn't watch Tomorrow People, did
I
you?
didn't watch the Tomorrow People.
I thought so.
I thought I need to aim for a certain level of consistency here. And I couldn't bring myself to do it. These are fond childhood memories. I didn't want to crush them.
My childhood is dead.
Oh, I'm
Been
laughing
bought
at that.
and sold off so many times by Disney and Hallmark and whatever else. It's over.
What the?
So, Delta and the Bannermen.
Yes.
Little green army men, all grown up, fighting for their queen.
Yep.
That was interesting.
You're struggling, aren't you?
Not really. I'm trying to say positive things.
That's what I
about
mean.
it.
You're struggling, aren't you?
I'm really struggling there. It was a very kid-friendly episode.
Yes, I'd give you that one.
Yeah. It had romance and action and everything and giant green army men. Let's see. I found it interesting that when the doctor was talking about the beehives and everything and the royal jelly and everything, he was implanting the idea into I don't want to say the motorcycle punk, but the teenage guy. Ray.
Hang on a second. You talking about the girl or the boy?
The boy.
Ah, right. I can't remember his name. He was a blank, nondescript thing for me.
Yeah. I don't want to say inconsequential, but
It's got a bug.
I mean,
Inconsequential.
It's got a bug.
Say it. Be brave.
Oh, what was his name now?
I don't know,
Well,
but
the
he
actor's
didn't
name is
strike me as a
X or Red.
1950s
No,
motorcycle
that was
punk.
Paradise Towers.
Guys,
God, I know this.
you're going to have to learn not to speak over each other.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's just you keep managing to do it. It's a typical thing of the internet. For example, if you're on TeamSpeak playing games with friends, or Discord as it is now, voice chat will naturally fall into a silence whilst people are busy doing things and this, that, and the other. And you'll suddenly think of something very funny to say or something very important to ask, and you'll ask it. At that exact moment, 3 other people will start talking at the same time. It's a law of the internet somewhere. I'm not sure which one. The Mad Godling. Bard, does he have his face carved into a giant cliff? This is important. I need to know this. Yes, what were we saying? Who was Garonwy?
Motorcycle.
Who was Garonwy? Did you think anything about Garonwy?
No.
His knowledge and his bees?
No, but he definitely wasn't human.
Ooh.
That's the impression I got.
Ah. Okay. Righty-ho. What about Burton?
Those are the 2 FBI guys?
No, that was Håkon Weissmuller.
Oh.
Burton was the Welsh camp leader.
Oh, the competent hotel guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked him.
Good. Long-term British... solid. Long-term Welsh comedy actor. He used to be in Please Sir as one of the teachers, I seem to remember. Always played a similar sort of character, to be fair. Welsh. Just saying.
Well, when you get typecast, you get typecast.
What did he think of Gavrock, the villain?
Over the top.
That was Don Henderson, wasn't it?
It was. Now, Don Henderson, again, another big draw. During the 80s, he was quite big. Over here on British television.
He was still over the top. Over the top evil. You knew he was going to betray people.
But that's part of the joy, surely.
Yeah, but it's over the top villainy. It's cartoon villainy.
Go on.
I prefer a much more subtle, realistic villain.
During
may not
season
shoot
24.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I got from Gavrok was he'd be the guy who just would come along and shoot your dog just to prove he's evil.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Alistair, can you remember any of this?
Yeah, I can vaguely now, because I just, what I remember is a tiny TARDIS set. Because they didn't have the TARDIS anymore. There were just two flats, and they were practically up against the wall. There was the console, and there was practically no room between them and the back wall, because they only had two flats. And then somehow it then segues to them arriving on the bus, and then having go through the transmutator to turn a slug creature into a 50s guy in this 50s holiday camp. And then there's a girl all dressed in white who's about to give birth to a green baby, and she and the biker girl fall in love. Don Henderson is there for some reason, wants to get a hold of her or the baby. Something to do with bees. Yeah, as you say, played by the Welsh actor. Then they had, I can't remember an American comedian who was one of the two agents. I thought, it's him. From,
Stubby K. Stubby K was one of them.
From the Music Man musical. I can't remember. And I thought, that's good. This will be entertaining. And then lots of running around. You could see Sylvester's script in his pocket at one point. And it all ended happily ever after. I can't really remember much about it.
I can't stand the confusion in my mind. Sorry, it felt that painful pulling these memories out of you.
It did not end happily ever after for the bus people, though.
No, it didn't.
Oh.
But hopefully they were ABTA covered, so they should be all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
As long as they have their vacation insured, they should be fine.
I'm not sure the TARDIS walls were in that state at that time.
Was that the series? You see, the thing is,
it's a season 24.
Long ago.
Well, quite.
Yes.
Season 24, and they used the set for Dragonfire, which was the story after. And I think they were essentially...
Right. Oh, okay.
So 2 years later... 2 years later, you had Battlefield, where the TARDIS is a very darkened set. They've got two flats, which almost look like they got crepe paper over the roundels.
Yes.
And that was because it had all gone tits up. But it just looked so much better.
It was a fun romp as far as I remember. I thought it was okay, but the Dragonfire was the first story that I turned off and thought, well, I'm taping it, I can watch it later. I just thought, oh, this is terrible. Heresy, I know, but I turned it off.
This was a very 80s episode, I've noticed.
It was a very 80s episode. I remember reading an interview with, what was the name that directed it? He directed the Channel 4 soap opera.
Chris Clough.
Chris Clough, saying, oh yes, they used to call me the Prince of Darkness, because I was always saying, turn it down. That's probably not what he sounds like at all. Saying, turn it down, turn it down. I want it to be moody and dark. And I thought, well, you may have said that, but they must have left the cleaning lights on.
Well, it was a constant struggle of directors in the 80s, wasn't it?
So overlit. You could see the corrugated plastic.
It's light entertainment lighting.
Light entertainment.
And I think in the 80s,
it was overlit entertainment.
I honestly think that the gaffers and whatever, they somehow in the 80s they lost the knack, or they forgot that they're not just in charge of lighting, they're in charge of darkness as well.
Maybe they just lost the will. I don't know. Because that was the story that had the literal cliffhanger, wasn't it?
Dragonfire, yes. You had to read the book to find out what happened.
Was it just me, or is Mel way too perky to exist?
No, it's not just you.
But
okay, all right, not just me.
How
However, I
That's me,
will
I forgot
say
her
that Big Finish have done their
Bobby
usual.
Langford is lovely. However,
Done Big
Oh yeah,
Finish
I've
have
heard
done,
of it.
Big Finish have done
she's
their usual.
lovely, and I won't hear a word against it.
Job of polishing up the character, so she's a lot. So Mel on
Yeah.
audio is a lot better than Mel on TV. I hate you, Brian.
Oh
Um,
yes. I
It's
still like her in Bugsy Malone.
was she in Bugsy Malone? I suppose she must have
Yes.
been, mustn't she? Goodness me, her and
They
everyone
were
else.
all in Bugsy Malone.
My name is
Yeah.
Tallulah.
Her and a very young Jodie Foster.
There's something a little bit wrong about Bugsy Malone. My name is Tallulah. It's sexualizing young girls.
Well, okay, but they were young blokes too.
Well, yes, all right. Sexualizing
Everyone- it
young people.
Yeah, all right. I mean, to be fair, it was a level playing field if we're going to argue about that. And I think, it was, from that point of view, an innocent film made in a more, well, certainly not an innocent time, but it was a certainly more innocent film. And I think it's
I'd
great
agree
fun.
with you. I would totally agree with you on that one. I was going to try and give you some context to Delta and the Bannerman, wasn't I? Yeah, Series 24. It was a bit of a scramble because the script editor had buggered off and there were no scripts left. And so Andrew Cartmel had to come in. He fought a lot with the writers of the first story, Time and the Rani. But Paradise Towers came next and started to show what him and his little team of writers that he'd silently gathered in the night were thinking about. And then Delta and the Bannerman. And it really is a case of kick back, have some fun, it's summer. We're not going to try and weigh you down with this, that and the other. Just enjoy this one. It's a bit silly. Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a departure from the previous Doctor Who episodes. You had serious, you had science fiction, and then you had 80s kitty.
80s Kitty.
It was an 80s kitty show.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Kitty.
Ah, right, yes. Well, let's say Dragonfire's up next. We won't be looking at that for the moment, anyway.
Oh, thank God.
I had thought of what we were going to. Young Toby
All the
Haydock.
muses upon him.
Her.
The screen went very blurry just then. I just was confused.
Righty-ho. That's okay. Toby Haydock's latest Patreon release. They've gone into Robots of Death, and they've got Gary Russell basically picking his highlights, and that's a lot of fun. So what say we do Robots of Death next?
Sure.
Oh, Robots of Death. Yes, that's a fun one.
So Alistair will be here next Sunday. Possibly.
Well, we did a whole series sort of based off.
It's Caldor City, wasn't it?
Based on Caldor City.
For
yes.
those that aren't familiar with the Robots of Death, which Doctor is it?
Number 4.
Okay.
In which hands are
I
thrown at
thought
people
everyone
and
knew
cries are
what this
heard.
was.
I do like that. I'm trying to come up with a Doctor Who service, religious service. And it's things like and lo, Tom did walk down the corridor, and it's a case of I heard a cry, and the congregation go, "That was me." I heard a cry, that was me. It'd be great. I got loads of little things like that.
Cry, hallelujah. Yeah.
Although Billy did spill his words all over the place. And the nation was delighted. So, Doctor and the Bannerman. It's a bit of fun.
It's a bit of fun.
Stop taking it so seriously. That's all I'm saying. Right. We did listening as well. Alistair, you didn't.
What were you listening to?
Good feed line. Thank you. Right. We listened to Master.
Ooh.
Tell me about Mars.
Better.
Not
Why,
the feed.
Alistair? I
Tell
think
me
I
about
will. I will tell you about Master.
Why, Alistair? Because it's next on the agenda.
Right, yes. So, it's Eric Roberts, everyone. Dressing for the occasion. Our TV movie master. He's already had a couple of appearances in Big Finish. His continuity is somewhat tangled now, because he's now, I don't know what the correct word is for this. Anachronistic is wrong. He shouldn't exist. He's a paradox. Because originally it went Ainley Master, yeah, then obviously Jeff Tipple, and then Eric Roberts. But with Big Finish, they've sort of squeezed it around a bit, because that's when Jeffrey... Right, so you got Ainley being stripped of all the Trakenite DNA and going back to Jeffrey Beavers. And eventually, Beavers Master, to all intents and purposes, dies. But some of his other incarnations save him. Except it means that he's not going to regenerate into Eric Roberts anymore. He's going to regenerate into Alex McQueen. And you've basically got Derek Jacobi and Michelle Gomez going on about how they're going to throw him back into the vortex because he shouldn't be here. So, which is why he was stuck in the vortex. You don't have to go through that because he was stuck in the vortex at the end of the TV movie as well. He's very good in this.
He gets stuck in the vortex a lot, I've noticed.
It's a happenstance. Can't be helped when you're evil. He's very, very good in this. There's a delicacy of touch to it. And just this hint of mocking. And it's nice to be able to hear more about him. When we listened to Masterful, and you had the subplot with the Beavers Master trying to settle down, live an ordinary life, and then the snake came into paradise, and obviously...
It's 4 months from retirement.
It's almost like that, actually. This is that snake. And indeed, they do mention that his eyes are still glowy green, I think.
Okay. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Well, quite. Or Barnard Castle. So, basically, there's some experiments going on the planet for a corporation. And the experiment manages to grab the master out of the time vortex, which is nice. He then promptly just bulldozes everything. Just takes over the entire corporation, kills the top boss, and now he's got a corporation, practically the whole planet, running at his feet. However, there's somebody after him, and it's Vienna, played by Chase Masterson from Deep Space Nine, and she's an assassin.
She does a wonderful job.
She does indeed. I can't remember her name in Deep Space Nine. It'll come to me as soon as somebody says it.
Leela.
Yeah, Lita. No.
Leela.
Oh,
no,
right.
Leela.
Yes.
Lita.
No, I remember. Yes, because I used to really like Deep Space Nine.
Yes, I was very fond of it as well, I have to admit.
She married Ram.
Yes, indeed she did.
That's it.
Or Kira, if you're in the other universe. Anyway, stuff happens, and basically Vienna's on his trail to kill him. It's a 3 CD set, but it tells one story. All right, you're not going to have to pick up the threads every time you swap a CD over. It's a lot of fun. It's solid. And it's an absolute delight to hear Eric Roberts enjoying himself. But at the same time, it's weird. When he was on the TV movie, he chewed that scenery. And in this, he seems exactly the same, except it doesn't feel like scenery chewing. That almost came out as chinery sewing. I'd recommend Master. I really would. I'm going to
steal Eddie's quote on this.
Oh, yes, Eddie's got quotes on stuff.
Yes, Eric Roberts is channeling his best Bond villain.
Hang on. Let me find what Eddie, because Eddie said stuff for other stuff as well. I've got to find it now. Hang on. Let's go up here. There we go. Right. Okay. Right. Master was brilliant. What a surprise. Roberts channels his inner Bond villain and the stories of elements of 2001 AD, I think he means 2000 AD, and Escape from New York.
2001 AD. I believe that was a comic.
It still is. It's Britain's premier sci-fi comic.
Well, there you go.
And Delta and the Bannerman has Sylvester fully inhabiting the Doctor, and I love the 1950s holiday camp setting. There we go. Right, so let's put this back up fully for the moment. Yeah. So what do you make of it, Bri?
I liked it. It was fun. Eric Roberts, yeah, he just eats everything up. I mean, he goes from 0 to villain in head-splitting time, especially in the first episode. I mean, he twists them, he plays with them. He plays them like the harp from hell.
I know we mentioned snake-like, but I also thought it plays him like a cat. Playing with its prey.
I think more of a serpent.
Yeah.
I like the whole... So let's stick with the snake metaphor.
Okay, then. Let's do that.
Let's do that. The thing is, it's still too new, and I don't want to get into spoilers.
Yeah, that's why I basically said there's just one long story, and it's very good.
Yeah. Chase Masterson, I love this lady. She does a fantastic job. There is no change in her voice from when she was on Deep Space Nine to now.
There's other stuff featuring her on the Big Finish website as Vienna.
Yes, she's been on there before.
So, are we thumbs upping that?
Yes. Let's give it
Sounds
two.
good.
That's useful, really. Otherwise, it might put Alistair into an awkward position. Just saying. Now, as may have been mentioned earlier, I didn't watch The Tomorrow People.
Oh, for shame.
Final episode.
I know, but I didn't want to ruin my childhood memories. It's got so
You've
bad. I
been
don't
saying
want to
that for the last 3 seasons of The Tomorrow People.
Yes,
Memory.
yes, I have. I meant it. Oh, dear. So, Brian, you're on your own with this one because Alistair hasn't seen it. I haven't seen it, though I know a little bit about it. So,
Which one are we talking about?
War of the Empires, the very last one, with Roy Castle voicing some suspicious dildos.
It's a 4-parter, which, as things go with Tomorrow People, since Mike joined, is a rarity.
It's got large orange dildos in it.
Oh my
With
god!
a single hand.
Voiced by Roy Skelton.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
the
God,
image.
yes.
There's the image.
Did
It's
they
there.
all sound like that?
Actually, I think it's a bit racist, but they all tried to sound like a bit Chinese.
Oh right.
Because I
okay.
definitely got the feeling that
see
one
it,
was communist China and one was, and the Thargons were maybe Russia or something.
Interesting.
Right.
You saying this is some
'Cause they're-
sort of allegory?
Quite possibly.
I'm just chuffed I managed to correctly use the word allegory. I'm really chuffed about that.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Give yourself a lolly.
Thank you very much. I hand the lollies out.
That's why I said give yourself a lolly.
No, I'm not that. You're not the boss of me. You're not my mum.
Fine. Fine, don't have a lolly. You can't handle the lolly.
I know I can't have a lolly because I ain't got any here.
Uh-huh.
Just.
Uh-huh.
This
Uh-huh.
is-
What
I've
now?
given them all away to other people because I'm such a nice person.
Hang on. I'm waiting for the lightning.
Work your way through that sentence. Might take a little bit of time. Readers, if you
I'm
want
waiting
to
for
help
the
him
lightning to hit you. I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of like the psychic paper saying the Doctor is an adult.
Yeah, finally a lie too big. Fancy
So-
an awkward pause?
Yeah.
Well, that was nice.
It's good.
Sorry, viewers. I've whilst I knew of him before and had seen a little bit of him, this weekend I've been binge watching The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. The man is fucking brilliant. The show doesn't... Well, it does have rules, but they're rules buried very, very deep, and they lead to the weirdness. And Ferguson himself can ignore or use them if he wants. It's on YouTube. There's tons of it. I really recommend it. But I thought the awkward pause was a great way of just stopping stuff. You know, fancy an awkward pause? Yeah, right. So I liked that. That was good. Plus, you remind me of Jeff Peterson.
I need a mohawk.
You need a metal mohawk, quite frankly.
You lose a little weight, too.
Lose a little weight, and you'll make a good robot skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are we going to tell Eddie and Dominic that they're both ends of a pantomime horse?
How are they going to decide who gets to be the front end?
Who's going to tell them that they're both the back end?
Hang on.
Third party does the head.
I'm guessing Eddie eats more curries than Dominic. Because he's up in that there Scotland. So therefore, put Eddie in the back.
I know I've sent Eddie a care package.
Oh, I wonder if it's arrived. We won't know till
It
next
has.
week.
He let me know it has arrived.
That means he's got a very, very happy dog.
Yes. Him and Harvey are bonding tremendously.
I found
now.
another one, which I've got to give to Trixie at some stage. It's a shame I didn't like those, but there we go. So if you ever find pepperami in a roll, it's a green package. It's basically it's spicy sausage in a roll, hideously processed with lots of chemicals. But the sweetness of the roll doesn't cover, but complements. Complements. Well, I was going to say complements the spiciness of the sausage.
How lovely.
Yeah, so Pepperami, if you're listening, because we know you watch this, feel free to send me lots of Pepperamis in a roll. I don't think they make them anymore. It's a great shame. I like Pepperami in a rolls. My
That's
favourite.
okay. I'd love to get Mythic Meats as a sponsor.
What do I get out of it?
Meats.
Maybe we can send you more meat, and Trixie will be happy.
So you want to fatten my dog up?
Yes, Thanksgiving is coming.
Wow, things are desperate over there nowadays, aren't they?
Hey,
Goodness me. I thought Biden had sorted it all out, but no, they're reaching the dogs and cats. Dear bod. That's not good. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not good. That could go very wrong.
should we return to the Tomorrow People?
Must we?
Just to get it out of the way.
Okay.
It leads into Blake 7.
It does?
It does. Because then we say, and that's the Tomorrow People, and now Blake 7.
It never goes as smoothly as that, does it?
No.
In reality. I mean, it's a nice ambition to have. I'm going to be honest
It
with
is
you there.
something
It's up there. It's up
for.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's look at these things and take into account this is the 67th foe. Well, 68th if you include the interview. What are the chances of that being a smooth transition? Now you stop and think about it. You see, it's starting to hit home now, the reality of the situation. You can see it on his face. It's
you can see Alistair sitting there like, what the hell did I sign up for?
He knows. He knows only too well. You see, the good
I
thing...
was watching the Twitch stream, so I thought you were playing a clip or something.
No,
went horribly quiet there for a moment.
Oh, I'm doing a thing. That's nice. What was I saying?
I have
Brian!
no idea.
Segway.
Oh, that's right. Yes, so you need to do a little bit more talking about the Tomorrow People. So there.
Okay, 4 episodes for the final season of the Tomorrow People.
Right?
At this point, it's a mercy killing.
Yes, it is.
It has John, Elizabeth, Mike, Andrew and Sutai. I just have to ask, what in the hell was Mike wearing?
We can't answer that because we didn't watch it.
He had a necklace with like
Eddie explained
fangs.
It. Eddie
not
explained
shark
it.
teeth. Yeah, they weren't shark teeth. They're fangs.
Again, that back in the 70s, that was a sort of fashion.
They're fangs. I mean, shark teeth I can understand. Fangs?
But perhaps
what the hell?
Vampires.
Oh my God! This decade needs to die and be buried forever, never to come back.
And it's like my dwarf in D&D. I took the big toe of every character we killed. Had a bag of them.
I'm okay with that.
So
I had
got fangs of all the vampires he's dusted.
If he's dusted them, why are their fangs still around?
Good question. But where does the mysterious wind that suddenly turns up to blow the ashes away? What happens if that didn't happen and the fangs were there? We're left there.
If they're dusted, there's no skeleton.
Zug zug. However, some movies
are the fangs
and
removed before
TV,
they're dead?
Sometimes all that's left are the fangs in some things.
Back to the Thargons.
Yes, that would be good. Yep.
Saracens. The Saracens tried to set up a, I guess, military base on Earth's moon.
It's a big
and
crowd.
They contact the Americans, who I guess they're trying to save the president. This is a caricature, I believe, of Jimmy Carter mixed with Ronald Reagan. It's a bad caricature of a president.
Most presidents are, to be fair.
Yeah, but this was bad. Oh, bad. I love how the fact that the Tomorrow People just keep teleporting into the Oval Office, stunning the guard, and nothing happens.
You see, that's the thing. With Doctor Who, he has the decency to make the TARDIS invisible so he doesn't upset anybody. He stays nice and quiet and respectfully at the back taking notes. It's only when they notice him and he gets them to carry on that things suddenly hit the... You see, he's a lot more polite than those youngsters.
These kids, they teleport in, they instantly stun the guard.
Rude.
Sorry, he looked a little twitchy. Well, yeah! And nobody comes in to check on anything? All the commotion? No. It's all fine. It's fine.
Does it actually end fully, or is there more story to be told?
It actually does end, because at some point they go about how the Galactic Federation is a toothless old dog.
Yeah, that's fair.
And how their influence on it has revitalized it and brought about a new Galactic Federation. Yeah. And they go back to Earth and live happily ever after. The U.S. got a Sargon spaceship out of it.
Nice. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I know that Big Finish continued down this road, because, I mean, that's 2 episodes of the Thargons recently. Big Finish tried to tell a bit more of the story. Their stories were more interlinked. New Tomorrow People as well. John's still there, of course. Elizabeth turns up. Stephen turns up at one point.
Good.
I wouldn't say good. It's not a happy episode. That's all I'm going to say. But if you can get hold of the Tomorrow People audios from Big Finish, listen to them. They're well worth it. Unfortunately, Big Finish no longer have the rights to sell them. So you're going to have to go hunting, basically, wherever you get your out-of-date Doctor Who from. I don't know. No, not Doctor Who. Out-of-date stuff. Yeah, there we go.
It's the same place that Rogue One got the Death Star plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pirate Bay.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I want to know when we're going to get Rogue 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I would look forward to that.
You know, the story of how many Bothans
However,
died.
they did kill off pretty much everyone in Rogue One.
Well, that's why we call it Rogue 2. Plus, you can add Alan Tudyk back, just another droid.
Yeah.
Another war droid.
You could get him back, but
nobody else.
Cass?
Well, you come up with new characters. What a challenge for a decent writer.
Yeah.
And
Have you
tell
seen
the story of the
the,
second Death Star and those plans?
Have you seen the depths of the writers lately for Star Wars? Apart from the TV shows that have come out very recently, movie's been a little lacking.
I liked Solo.
I like Solo. As a standalone sort of Ocean's 11 in space, it was very good.
Fun. I enjoyed Rogue One.
Rogue One was excellent. A lot of people go to a lot of trouble to get a BitTorrent.
It's one of these things where it's the best Star Wars movie, though it's the least like Star Wars.
What, Rogue One?
Yeah.
Rogue One is a World War II story in space.
Yeah. There's no princesses and mystical powers as such, because the Force, they don't have a Force user there. They've got somebody who's Force sensitive.
Yes.
But,
so, it's been about 20 years since the Jedi were wiped out and everything.
Exactly.
So.
It's just, plus it is a harsher universe. It's a glimpse of the wider Star Wars universe at that time. And of course it's got Vader's defining moment, I'd like to say, where he just walked through those corridors, tossing people aside, cutting them down. That was the Vader we always thought he should have been.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this?
Segue.
Oh, right. Yes, segue. Well, the first Blake is a bit puzzled because, Aurak had... I'm holding you to that, by the way. I'm next in line. What's it? The Liberator blew up at the end of the last series. Oh, well, on the screen. Shit, that looked like the Liberator blew up. And so they're trying to fathom out what's wrong with the Liberator. Why will it blow up? Avon's a smug bastard. He's worked out the perfect way of not blowing up by looking at what the star pattern is behind Liberator and making sure they never go to that point. Brilliant deduction, quite frankly.
However...
I'm getting there. Unfortunately, the Liberator is attacked. Zen goes into a sulk. And, they're being chased by what look like fighter or Corvette versions of the Liberator. Single nacelle with a red...
single seaters. Yeah.
And, basically the Liberator's original owners have come looking for her. Oh no, what could happen?
They hacked the Liberator.
They did. They hacked it. They did. I don't want to give away too much of the plot of this one. I know it's very old, but it's the season opener, and it is a good one. It's.
I like how Blake and Avon were way more antagonistic towards each other.
Oh, that's been stepped up, hasn't it?
Yeah. They were way more at each other's throat during this entire episode.
Mm-hmm. That's leading somewhere.
I hope so.
Oh no,
because that's character development.
There is a little bit of character development. Not for the girls, of course, not for the girls. No.
Not for Gan.
No, Gan gets the ultimate character development.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying. So, yeah.
Plus, they're running around a nuclear plant getting radiation sickness. So
that's what Eddie pointed out. Again, yes. That's Eddie's comment for this. We need a little jingle for that, don't we? Or just a sample of "There's a moose loose about this house." Okay.
I did like the fact that they finally brought the Liberator's past into it.
It was an outstanding question, wasn't it?
Yeah, because from the first episode, we found the most advanced ship in the galaxy.
Second episode. Hang on, it's going up. It's going up. It's there. It's there.
Okay. The underscoring thing is these people have never questioned where this ship came from. Ever.
It does seem like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But is it a case of if we question it and we find out we could lose the ship? Maybe we don't ask questions.
Probably. But, okay. Star Wars. Where did this ship come from?
This isn't the ship you're looking for.
Uh-huh. Where did the droid come from?
Oh, that was Big L's Kebab and Grill.
Uh-huh. These are the questions that people need to start asking when they're just handed the most advanced ship in the galaxy.
It is the sort of thing you'd try and, I got a really nice ship here.
Somebody's going to want this back.
Had a really nasty security system. Can't imagine why. Why would that have that?
This thing could destroy half a planet. Maybe we'll just take it for a little while.
However, I want you to remember the plot of this. All right. For a story next year called Ultra World.
Okay.
Alistair's running his head through it. He knows what he knows. He knows.
I just love that Orak was the hero
again.
Of this entire episode.
Keep this in mind for Ultra World. Yeah, it's a bit Remembrance of the Dalek Silver Nemesis, except they didn't do it the same season.
That's fine. Orak just, he turns the table on the hackers, and I like that.
Mm-hmm. Probably because they were annoying him.
Yes, because the humans annoyed Orak. Orak, help us.
Oh, I'll just blow up the entire civilization and network of planets or whatever.
Just remember
to shut you up.
The system.
The system is the system. Now, remember that act for the end of this series. Okay, good. There's Blake 7 news.
Ooh.
From that there Big Finish.
Go on then.
Oh.
Yep, they're doing the wider universe of Blake 7, you may as well call it that. So you're going to look at, there's going to be a set with Avalon, something with Travis, I think, and the Clone Masters, which we haven't seen yet. Again, that's Series 3.
I thought the Clone Masters were the ones on that planet, the spiderweb thing.
No. That's the Harvest of Kyros, which unfortunately we are going to have to do at some stage. There were. Hang on, what are we talking about here? Hang on a moment. There was
the telepathic clones with
clones. Right, there's two lots of clone masters. The Clone Masters are, well, you'll see them fairly soon.
Okay.
And then you've got Auron, Callie's people, who do cloning.
The worst telepaths in the galaxy.
Yeah, basically. Unless they're tiny children. And, oh, poor Servalan. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah.
Yeah, she had it coming.
Did you enjoy it?
She had it coming.
I love Blake 7.
It's a good one, this one. It's a strong opener. And I do like Black...
I like getting the background of things.
I like Gan's cloak and shirt.
I hated them.
Well, that's all right, because you're not going to be the one asking for them, are you?
I'm not going to be wearing them. I'm fine with them, but I hated them.
That's good. Right. No, that's cool. You don't have to wear them.
Yeah, no, I like seeing the background. It's like, where the hell did this ship come from? It took an entire season to get to the episode.
You can't do it all at once. Drip stuff through. That's international sign language for drip stuff through.
All I'm saying is, if I was Avon,
yes,
that would be my first question. Where the hell did this ship come from?
Again, Maybe they deliberately didn't want to know. I don't
I
know,
mean-
do I?
He went searching.
It was 40
throughout the
years
ship.
ago, Brian.
They found
40
the vault
years.
with the gems. They could have bought a planet. They found the place with all the clothes. What's been going on this ship?
It was
Why was
40
it in a battle? Why is it adrift? Where was the crew?
It was 40 years ago, Brian. 40 years. Go gentle, please.
Just saying.
No. Okay.
No. Hey, I will kill Spider-Man again.
Oh, am I going to have to change the Doctor Who we watch for next week?
I don't know. We'll find out next week.
Well, no, it won't. We'll find out now.
Well, okay, then the results will be found out next episode of The Flashing Blade.
No, we'll stick with Robots of Death. I like Robots of Death. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Alistair, you got any thoughts on Redemption?
Well,
That's a no,
I
then.
remember it. I was at college at the time, and I'd watched them around at my friend's house at his lodgings. Was it Monday night or Tuesday night? I can never remember.
I think it swapped. It was Monday night for maybe a couple of series and Tuesday night.
Right.
I think. I could be wrong.
I know it was because I was sure it was a Monday night. But anyway, I quite enjoyed that one. I don't know who's it. Is it Avon, Paul Darrow, or is it Gareth Thomas? They tell the story of when they're herring back to the ship after Aurak has undermined the computer system. They're all shutting down and whatnot. They're all running back, and there are explosions going off everywhere. Suddenly, there's this huge explosion in the power plant, which made everyone turn their heads because it was bigger than they expected. And in that cavernous space, it resonated, and it blew. Who was it? It blew off his feet, which you can see, but it wasn't actually planned that way.
Is that the one where Paul Darrow just does a somersault through the?
I think, yeah. To be honest, I can't remember who it was, but yes, it does knock one of them. Right, the shock of the explosion does knock him off his feet as they run back.
He recovers with the somersault and gets back up. And runs, but
he said as they run back to the TARDIS, but that was
BBC special
there
effects.
We go.
Never knowingly underwhelmed.
This is true. The naffest part of the episode for me, it was a simple visual effect because they'd said, so all we have to do is to make sure we never visit that part of space.
Yes.
Look out the window. We're in that part of space. It's an S-shaped star system. And so it is. And it's like we've put in extra big light bulbs so that you can't miss the fact that it's that constellation that we're supposed to stay away from.
Get off me.
Oh.
Jenna, look out the window.
Yes.
Notice the stars.
It's funny, it was that prison when I did one of those Dalek stories, that and Romana and K9 and whoever else trapped in a cell. For some reason, that was the cell that I visualized when I was doing that when I was editing together that sequence.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes.
That's all right. I think that's the Dalek contract.
The Dalek contract, yes, that was it. Yes,
there we go. I know because I've been going through my Big Finish app trying to find stuff I want to listen to.
Yes, and if anybody's watching, yes, I am petting my dog.
Jolly good. Yes.
That's a euphemism. If
No,
ever
no,
I
no.
heard one.
No, he's
I'll be in my bunk petting my dog.
No, that's a totally separate one.
I-
That's something we could review.
You
We
want-
could do Firefly.
I was waiting for that. Well, Quatermass. I've got to
thought
get
you were
onto
gonna
this, actually. Let's
Review
Yes,
great euphemisms of the 20th century.
indeed. Next week. So it's Robots of Death. It's the second episode of the second series of Blake 7, the name of which completely escapes me. I'm going to have to start looking these things up. What else have we got? Not sure about the Big Finish. It's either going to be the Lone Centurion.
Was it Weapon?
Shadow.
Shadow.
Shadow,
Ooh,
right.
Shadow
okay.
first, then Weapon.
Okay, fair enough. The Cosa Nostra, or whatever the hell it's called. Costa Nostra? No.
Cosa Nostra.
Something
not
like that,
Nostra.
yes.
Cosa
Nostra.
Nostra or something.
Yes, so that's good. And now, because we've got no more Tomorrow People to do...
Her face lit up.
Yes, we're looking at Quatermass. The Flashing Blade, I honestly don't think we've looked at Quatermass at all. And I think that's shameful, and I want to put that to rights as soon as. So, next week, we are going to look at the 2 surviving episodes of the Quatermass Experiment. And we're also going to look at the Hammer film of the Quatermass Experiment. See what they did there to make it extra scary? Experiment. Yes.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised. That's usually something they reserve for a 90s movie.
Oh, well, that's what we're going to be looking at. Pay careful attention during the movie to how Quatermass pronounces his name, his own name. This will come to a head the week after. But so we're going to look at the first 2 episodes of Quatermass Experiment and the film. Context, etc., will be given next week. 2 weeks after that, when we look at Quatermass and the Pit, providing he's not busy, Toby Haydock wants to come on and talk about it. So that's how it's going to be. We're going to look at the TV show and we're going to look at the movie version on the same show. Just I've run out of men.
Compare and contrast.
Yeah, basically. You see, I've always said, because Quatermass and the Pit was 6.5-hour episodes, possibly slightly longer.
Yeah.
Doctoring the Daleks was 7 25-minute episodes. Daleks Invasion of Earth, 6 25-minute episodes. Yet all 3 of them got knocked down to an hour-and-a-half film. And it's very difficult at times to tell what's missing. Really good adaptation jobs done there. They've cut out all the chaff and basically just it tightened the whole story up. But the thing is, I think I still prefer the TV version of the Daleks. I'm sorry, it's just the atmosphere of the damn thing. I need to go and do something very quickly. Whilst I do that, Brian's going to fill in for us with Alistair. This should be fun.
Okay. Alistair, what new things have you got coming up? Plug yourself. Go for it.
Plug myself. Why am I leaking? Oh, that's terrible. Oh, crikey. Well, I was told again I'm going to be doing a radio series. There's 10 episodes, but doing 5 each. I can't remember the name of it. And I'm not supposed to say anything about it, so that's nice and vague. There was something that you were talking about earlier. Yes, well, you mentioned it earlier, the Blake 7 Clone Masters thing, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, if that's that right. So yes, I recorded my little bits for that a while ago. So I can say about that.
Now I'll never know.
What else is coming up?
Oh, stuff and things.
Yes, we're doing stuff and things.
Yes, the stuff
We're
and things part of the
plugging
podcast.
gap. Yes.
Well, actually,
I
talking of plugging, have you got anything you wish to plug? Anything at all?
Oh, that thing, Syl and the What's It of Doofield got another award.
You got another award? Well, I think
He keeps getting awards. He's got
70 now, hasn't he?
He's got 70 awards now. Yes.
It's just
I got 2 of them, which was nice.
well, that's good because the balance is out.
It's like scoring badly in a test. How many did you get? 2 out of 70.
Yes, but at least you took part in the test.
Yes, it's not the winning; it's the taking part.
It was the friends you made along the way.
This is true. Yes.
Yeah. Ah, dear me. Yeah. So.
Asylum, which was that documentary of Keith Barnfather's documentary, he's putting that out to festivals now.
Asylum.
So that's now. I'll be interested to see how that does, because it's actually it's a real story. Yeah.
I do not know of this.
Oh, didn't I say last time?
That's a memory question, Alistair. You should know better.
Yes. Asylum. It's a couple, Linas, an Iranian, and Vital, who Israeli, and they met in Cyprus, and they sort of clicked. But then the lockdown happened, and they got stuck there, and their visas ran out, so they were effectively stuck on Cyprus and homeless. Now, I'm not sure how Keith got to hear about them, but basically he documented their story. It's quite a moving story of how they really had to struggle to survive because they were literally homeless.
Oh, so
it's only 45 minutes.
It's only what? Sorry, love.
45 minutes, and the two of them.
That's cool. I've got a attention span.
And so it's directed by Keith's wife Anastasia.
Oh, that's a name, isn't it?
So
he married Dande's ship.
There we go. Well, you have to keep sci-fi in the family somehow, and so I narrated it and mixed it and did some music for it. So that will be, as I say, that will be going out to the festivals. I don't know whether he's planning any other release. Oh, and the other thing is that the lockdown film thing that he was doing. I don't know where that idea came from of getting Doctor Who fans to do little videos.
Because we sent one in.
Yes.
We sent one in.
Of what they get up to during the lockdown. So many people had already, and then did videos and whatnot, and he's basically compiled it into this program, and Sophie Aldred hates it. I was going to do a song for it. We were talking about what we could do, and we came up with this idea. Or Keith had this idea that of a song. That's right. He asked me whether I would do lockdown, and I thought, I don't know what to say. I don't do lyrics. Then we brainstormed it a bit further, and I said, well, hang on a minute. All of these videos are going to be supplied by fans. Why don't they come up with the lyrics? So everyone wrote lyrics for this, and
I did not know the lyric part of this.
And Keith sort of distilled what he thought were some of the best ones and gave them over to me, and of course it's a lovely idea, but practically speaking it becomes a bit of a challenge, because of course everyone writes with their own particular style, and they've got a rhythm in their head, or maybe a melody or whatever. So I'm reading these lyrics cold. They don't always scan, and I came up with a tune, and I was plotting it out, but it was very kind of mechanical. It wasn't as
share and enjoy, just share and enjoy. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a bit like that, and I was getting bogged down in the tune. It was becoming a bit dumpty, and I couldn't think my way out of it. And then, fortunately,
this is what I'm here for.
A fan submitted a song that he had sung. Now, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. Keith did send me the video, and he made a guitar that looks like a police box. The body of the guitar is the police box, and this guy has no hand.
How does he smell?
But he plays the guitar and he sings the song, and it's brilliant.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. I am. There's two things tonight you made me look forward to seeing.
So I'm going to be at whatever point working on that, because there'll be a lot of cleanup to do on the sound, presumably, and just seeing the levels.
The difference in sound levels and quality you're going to get.
That's right. So I'm going to sort of massage all of that.
Luckily, our
That's actually quite a fun little project.
Our contribution is perfect. I'm just saying.
Yes.
It's perfect. You can't remember doing it.
Not at all.
No. Okay. Good. We got another thing you won't be able to remember doing. We're taking part in the Eurovision Song Contest thing. I'm not saying any more, but there we go.
This is no. It's the whole. I don't want to remember this part coming up.
That's true. Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing this lockdown video because so many fans have done so much during lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
I still say it is
During all the lockdowns.
fandom's finest hour. That should be your strapline. Fandom's finest hour.
Yes.
Because what else is a creative fandom going to do but just...
hour and 5 minutes.
put forward a load of creativity to keep people going. No, I think that's brilliant. I really do. We'll have to do a film one day. Their finest hour. And everybody will be talking a little bit like this. Oh, it would be terribly, terribly bad. Sorry.
And
Back
now,
when
on
Will's-
Real Black Pictures, a lovely film made by some wonderful young people to keep you entertained for the next hour before we return inevitably once again to the potter's wheel.
I'm terribly sorry. Whilst you were saying that, all the way through, I was just thinking of Michael Palin in The Meaning of Life as the presenter sat in the chair.
Sat in the chair, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just what that reminded me of. I have no idea why. You weren't channeling Michael Palin, I'm guessing, so...
Yeah. Moments.
So there's that, which is interesting, if I'm honest with you. So what's happening this week?
So, yeah.
I can go to the cafe tomorrow.
Yay.
Nice.
That'll be nice. And sit there with a cup of coffee and just look at my
Be
hood.
outside.
Look at my hood, basically.
You won't be at home.
Yeah, I'll be outside. That's going to be the joy of it.
The big,
It really is going to be the joy of it. I've been trapped in here for a year now. And I'm looking forward, now that the lockdown's eased and my body's getting there, I'm looking forward to Outdoors World. That'll be nice.
Well, we
just remember the graphics are amazing, but the storyline, the plot, the NPCs are rubbish.
I think the in-game economy's screwed as well.
Yeah.
The temperature control is a bit too variable.
Oh, that's a game I've got to try and catch. I've got to try and get hold of Storm Chaser. Where you can
I
chase,
did my own
chase
hair
storms.
today.
What do you wear, who?
Radox the Green said, I'm going to set the alarm so I can wait outside the hairdressers at opening time.
No,
I beat them to it. I bought a set of clippers, which is sitting on an unused keyboard. I haven't used that since I did Keith's thing. And,
I didn't really want to mention it, but carry on.
During the last, was it this or the last lockdown? Whichever. One of these lockdowns in which we inhabit these days, I bought a pair of clippers because going to the barber's was not an option, and my hair was getting at just that irritating length where I can't go sweep it majestically out of my
Maybe it's Maybelline.
face. Well, I don't know, maybe it was just make-believe. So anyway, I started successfully trimming my hair, and then William came into the bathroom. I was cutting my hair in the bathroom and asked me about something. And then I carried on shaving, as it turned out. And because I got distracted, I forgot to put an attachment onto the clippers. So it was
0.
at its raw, shortest length. So I ended up just scything strips of hair straight off the back, looking like I'd had major brain surgery or something. Which
When
probably
did
is
you
not a bad
realise?
About the third or fourth stroke, where I was thinking, this seems to be taking a lot off, as each stroke produced a great, clump of hair, which then fell into the sink. I haven't got an attachment on the clippers. Oh, fortunately, this was earlier in the year when it was much, much colder, so I had a genuine reason for wearing a hat outdoors.
Quite so. You don't need an excuse to wear a hat.
So today, I had another crack at it, making carefully sure that I started the longest length one, and then gradually getting shorter as I went further down the sides. I think I haven't quite got this side right, but whatever. It's probably a fashion statement somewhere in the world, so I'll get away with it.
Fair enough. Ah, that's good. You're probably only going
I've
to be able
saved
to get...
myself £15.
That's true, you did.
So,
Radox,
one more haircut, and I will have saved the cost of the clippers.
Radox, you're probably not going to be able to walk in to the hairdressers straight away. You're probably going to have to phone up and make an appointment. It'll be appointment only, I reckon. I think.
Well, it's a
Depends.
good thing I went along to the hairdressers that I
Our-
usually visit, because I phoned and I phoned.
People are open.
I
There
think you
was,
both
there was
spoke at the
no
same time.
answer.
You both spoke at the same time again.
We
Our
cue each other subliminally.
Our hairdressers are open and have been for quite a while now.
That's why you have
is,
over 100,000 deaths.
Well, that's
That
the
may
thing,
be
you see.
true, but
Well, that's
Yeah.
worth it,
That's the thing.
obviously.
exactly.
Black lives may matter, but getting a good haircut, a cut apparently matters even more.
Oh, they're doing walk-ins, are you? Careful. That's all I'm
So
going
I
to say.
phoned
Wear your
my
mask.
hairdresser. It just rang
the
and rang
mask.
and rang. And
Don't breathe on people.
I'm just thinking to myself, they seem a bit keen. Why? Why? What's going to happen to people when they walk in there?
well, they'll
Meat
be-
pies. They'll be made into meat pies.
Oh, it's been done, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, but
Which is why they won't be expecting him to do it again.
exactly.
Genius.
Did it once.
Genius.
Make them into meat pies again.
Yep. No, you're there. You're there. Will you stop doing that?
Clearly, we need to put this on QAnon.
I agree. We're obviously going to need the name of the hairdressers.
So
the
nobody
location.
knows who's waiting outside the hairdresser.
Well, no, that the hairdressers for the walk-ins are turning them into meat pies.
Okay.
It would
Yeah.
be very useful if there was no actual contact information about these people. I mean, face facts. But there we go. Do you know they've been going for an hour and 40?
Good
Really?
Lord.
I
You
know.
don't say.
I do say. In fact, I just did. I know. Yeah, I'm quite surprised about that. You can tell I haven't spoken to anybody this week, can't you? I'm babbling that. Isn't
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, they're
What
gonna.
happened last time you went to the hairdresser then?
I
Radox
tested him with
agreed.
a
They
thermonuclear.
give you the thermometer treatment. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll place
Sorry.
the thermometer here. Do sit down.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's, the laser thermometer and not the other kind.
The rectal one.
Yeah.
I thought it'd sound better if I used proper clinical terms, the rectal thermometer.
I'm just thinking, that would have to be one hell of a hairdresser's.
They also, to be fair, must be
Sure,
very
let's
light
both
on their
have-
feet. Because, if it was me and they tried to stick that down my arse, that would, no.
I would need at least something like a couple drinks first.
Dinner?
Possibly. Depends on the dinner.
What about a picture? What would get you in the mood for
Not
that?
in this day and age. Not in this day and age.
And what would get you in the mood for that then?
I mean, I'd have to have, steak, maybe some lobster. If it's lobster, it's definitely okay.
Oh, right, okay.
But
well, there we
I'm
go,
just saying.
Radox. If you want to approach Brian with a rectal thermometer, buy him a couple of drinks and some lobster.
Some lobster.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to the all-you-can-eat lobster buffet in Rhode Island a couple years ago.
Okay, Chinese drive-thrus, they stick their asses out the
I'm
window.
just gonna say no to that one. It's a little sketchy there, Radoc.
He's right, though. That's for COVID testing.
Yeah.
I don't get that one.
A Chinese drive their COVID testing drive-thrus because their COVID test is actually anally done. So you wind your window down, you stick your ass out, clench your knees, and basically kiss the world goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and sit down on a very gentle circular pillow afterwards. I'm sorry, I'm just reminded of a time I had to... there was some exploratory stuff going on in a hospital with me. Let's just say
Did it look
that.
anything like the opening title to this season's Doctor Who?
Yes, oddly it did. Basically, I can't believe we're going into this. It's that time of the
Again.
Well, it's exploratory, isn't it?
Exactly. So here we go.
Couldn't find the
This
theatre.
is not meant to gross people out. It is proper medical stuff.
Too late.
I had to go
Proper
in
medical stuff has been known to gross out people.
and have, I believe they're known as a colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy.
Or something. They needed to look at
Attending surgeon.
my lower bowel or something. And so I had to take a couple of days, a day off work, because during that day I had some special laxatives to take. That was fun.
Shall I? Yes. Shall I? Oh no.
No, don't.
Wonderful
Just
Philippine
don't.
laxative story.
Anyway, so the following day I went to the hospital. A little lightheaded, I will admit. I hadn't eaten anything and I'd been drained. And so I walked in and I had to get on this thing that was going to tilt back. And they started to pump me full of air. Bizarrely. Why has that got watch stream on it? Someone's streaming. So they decided to pump me through full of air, which they did. I did get very lightheaded on this table, and they shoved a camera up me and had a little look round. And the table straightens up. They give you a couple of seconds to reorient yourself, and then you go and walk off. You walk off to go and get changed. Except, did you hear the bit where I said they filled you full of air?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you felt a bit bloated.
Oh no. Oh no. Every single step I took back to my clothes. Oh my God.
Was it far to go?
That was good, wasn't it? I like that. I had to go straight to work afterwards. And the supervisor turned around and said, "You look very pale." I found out later I was supposed to have a week off work because of it. But I'd gone straight back in.
Oh, you heroin.
No, I just didn't know better.
And then you get that really long one when you sit down.
And there's only so many you can blame on the dog. And back then I didn't have one. Yeah.
Especially at work.
Yeah, I don't think that I was having that much trouble at work by then, because I'd done a fair bit of walking from the hospital back to work with the wind at my back, so to speak. So, yeah. We've drifted a little bit, I think, tonight.
I would say we've been blown off course, shall we say. We've drifted
That
in
wasn't
the
the
wind.
summer wind that came blowing in.
Alistair's
Yes.
probably the person who knows the most about me.
Probably.
He is. Because we recorded that bloody autobiographical thing.
Ah, yes.
Which, luckily, people have forgotten about. This pleases me. Right. Shall we go?
Sure.
I think it's a good time at 1
We can
hour,
leave it at that.
44 and 55 seconds.
Oh,
Yes, go out at 45 minutes. Go out.
There it is.
No, that's
I've got it now.
45.
I've got it now. Okay, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Eddie, look after yourself, mate. Stay in touch. See you guys, next week, I suppose. Quatermass. Ooh, that's going to be good. Doodles.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for.